I'm so excited. Good afternoon and welcome to Mo Knows featuring me, Mo. Wait, I had to come out here because I'm up here cutting it up. I am up here cutting it up. Hold on, I gotta, do some whatever this is. Oh, okay. I wonder if. All right, I gotta check the sound. I gotta check the sound. All right, I know I got sound. Okay. So wait a minute, y'all is not gonna believe me. I'm up in here. Now this is not no major project, but I'm up in here getting my what do you call this? My creative juices going. Go Momo. Oh, why do I have to blur on? Oh, because I was on a call with somebody and I was blurring my background. Okay. Look at me. I'm on the cricket. Look at this. So I'm making tags for the I already made the ones for the snowman. So now these are the ones because they're doing a giveaway. So I'm packaging up the giveaway. Isn't it so cute? I actually did this on a Cricut. I'm so proud of me. I don't remember. I done bought that Cricut since like 20, I don't know. Maybe I bought it like 2013, 2014. I got it after COVID, so I definitely had it like 20 something. All right, so y'all get to vote over here. I was like, I cannot miss the opportunity to show me doing something. Like that's just crazy. Anyway, I'm so proud of me. I'm so proud of me. I'm so proud of me. All right, so here's what the tag look like. I made it on my Cricut. All right, so I made this one. I made this one to label my snowman. So, but those are the extra ones after that. If I would have known better, I would have made these for the get for the other game, but I didn't. All right. So this is 30. So I got to do two more sets, and I figured I'd do them with you. How you feel about that? Hold on, let me let me get that. Okay. Let me turn on the chat. Okay. That'll be that. There's something I wanted to do differently, but yes. So I got that. So I think I'm gonna use up that. I'm gonna use this one that, but I'm setting it all up. I know I got my other camera on there. Hold up. You know, I done snap pictures and sent it to folks. Like, look at what I did. Look at what I did. So they texted me back. Hold up. All right. Um, okay. That's about that. Okay, so let me clear off my board. So that's 30. So I got two more sets to do. I'm so like I so excited. I so excited. Oh, that's so nice. Let me find out. I'm up in here. Okay. So now we're gonna and it's so funny because earlier today I came in here and I bought the Cricut into the studio here and I bought the printer in here. I don't think my camera captures those, but or they shouldn't be in the camera frame, but I'll have to check that. All right, so I'm now attaching my, let me see. Hold up a minute. Where is we'll leave well enough alone. Anyway. So excited. I'm so excited. I need to stop, but I'm excited. Oh, before I do that, let me just make sure everything is correct on my end. So I put the paper in. I feel like the snow cone machine. All right, I'm just gonna come over here. I think we, girl, I'm over here cutting. I'm over here cutting it up. I'm cutting up. Hold up. That's that. That's that. That's that. Did I put that? So let's go. I'm hitting the button. Hold up, cause you know I had to roll up. Oh, let me show you. So I'm over here making tags. So, oh, I might be able to make my own. Oh, man, I should have never stumbled upon this because I've had this machine now since at least 2022. Definitely 2022. Girl, stop it. No, let me get over here. Wait. Um, yeah. Man, I'm gonna be up in here cricketing it. You know, this this has opened up so many opportunities for me and my brain pain. But you know what I'm doing. Mm, I'm trying to make them all like go together, kind of sort of. I need to do one more set. And I have to print out labels. Thank you so much. I actually it really didn't take me that long to put this together either. Even though I'm supposed to be making more snowmen, at least one more, and making a hat. Look at this cute hat thing. I got this. Look at this cute hat thing. But I can't read it. The print is too damn small. It's too damn tiny for me. Look at this. I'm gonna have look at the print. It's too damn tiny. I got this from Hobby Lobby. No, I do not support Hobby Lobby. They don't support women's rights. However, I was in there pricing their yarn to see how much, what was the price difference. Oh, another one bites the dust. Oh, this is exciting. All right, so this is what the sheet looks like before you start to peel it away. You know what I've been wanting to do too? I've been wanting to make those wine glasses. I got a whole 2 packs of them that I was supposed to make for our paint and sip, and I did not. I did not. I did no such thing. And look, I did no such thing. All right, so I need another set of I need another set. Hold up, maybe I get to select which paper I should use next out of the book. Now they should all go together. Oh, this is really nice. These came out really pretty. I'm I am elated with myself. I so excited. I did such a great job. Go Momo. Ooh. Ooh. And this took no time. Now there's some hating. I feel the energy. There's some hating ass person out there talking about. I know how to do that. I do that too. But I never go live to show people. We about making money around here, not trying to be funny. Eh, I just saying. Anyway, I'm not gonna be with y'all for too long this afternoon because my next project, while I'm sitting here editing videos, I'll be crocheting editing. The tags are for my in the let me see how I'm gonna say this on here. In my I'm a beauty consultant in my other life. So anywho, they are doing Adopt a Senior, and um we are wrapping the I guess the gifts to the seniors. So if you want to adopt a senior, hit me up in the comments and I'll send you the link. But it's okay. I'm good either way. So these are the tags that we're gonna put on the product that they're getting. Just so you know what they're receiving. I'll show you what they're receiving. Oh, these are so I just wanted to make sure that the tags made sense. So let me show you what the seniors will be receiving. It is it is 64, 6 there's 60 seniors. So this is the gift that they're getting. All for the low price of $12 plus tax. But so that's it. This is be nice, Monica. This is be nice, Monica. This is a foot scrub. It's not a scrub though, it's the lotion. Now I used it for this month because I can't I'm just gonna say that I love the smell. It's got a good smell because I used it, but I needed I haven't used it by itself. I used it in conjunction with something that's like a what would y'all call like Vaseline, the combination of the both, something in that family group. So that's what um that's what that is. So that's what I'm making tags for. I was just gonna do a plain old green tag, but I felt like I felt like using my skill set. But maybe should I do another set of these or should I look at a different type, one more different type? But I don't think there's anything else that's in that red family. Well, there's a snowflake. I mean, it kind of make the snowman look juvenile. Oh, oh yeah, it was 15 came off of there too, right? Yeah. All right. So now let me see. Let me show you the book I'm getting them out of. So I purchased this big old book paper. You know, this thing. Hold up a second. Oh no, it's on the OBS side. Hold on a second. Let me go to the. I gotta be going around here finding stuff and making sure I'm politically correct around here before I be doing things, get myself in some trouble. Why you can't see? I can't with you all the time. I just really can't. But thanks for being consistent. All right, so here we go. So, um, here are the tags. So that one looks like that. And that one looks like that. Oh, good. And then the last set of them, I don't know. These kind of look juvenile now, but guess what? They came off the other list and it makes oh it does? All right. So now I need to pick one more out of this book. So let me look through the book and see if there's anything else I want to pick. I don't want to do this snow. Let me see. Maybe we'll pick with you. I'll let y'all pick something. I don't know. They got these I don't know. I don't like that. That's candy. It doesn't look sophisticated. I'm trying to like make things look sophisticated. You think this one looks sophisticated? I think it could work. Let me see if there's anything else in that. Oh, wait a minute. Now wait a minute. Because there's a different sock that's going to the men. Maybe I should use I don't know. I don't know. Let me see something. Maybe I should use this one to put some masculine energy inside of it. This one or that way. I gotta figure out the camera. Maybe I should use that one. We'll just hold on to that one for a minute. Let me look through here. Oh, they got a red print. They got a red print that can, can go against that other one. Let me see, cause hold up, let me see. One moment. One moment. One moment. It's not really blue. All right, so you see how I got this that red right well, you see so this way. You see how I got that one? So now they have this color. Remember, they all gotta make sense inside the thing. I don't know if that's a blue. That's a you saying yes to which one? The red one or the blue one? I think I'm gonna do the red one. Cause I think so you have this one, you got that one. So you got this one so far and this one. And then I could do this one. Yeah, I think I'm going with this one. Mm, I made my choice. I'm gonna go with that one too. This one though, look, chat. This like not for nothing. Let me just stop you, right? I was in the store yesterday and like tags for the thing, it's like $5 or something like that. It's like, just getting gift tags. That it's so crazy. I wish I was confident in myself that I would have been able to do this because at the office I already made little thing hollers. I already made little things. So John, I'm over here making tags on my Cricut. I'm over here, but I should stop being friendly. What's a Cricut? It's a cutting machine. I'm I shouldn't have even said like donate anything because you know why? I'm not ordering nothing. Um, and I heard so I sold it for $12, right? And I'm hearing now the people got their packages, they was $16. I was like, oh, I just gave the socks as free because I was like, I wasn't thinking. Oh well, too bad. Too bad, so sad. It's always me being honest, Abe. In the words of 6 years, he's like, Mo, you always being honest, Abe. Honest Abe. Something happened to Honest Abe, is what he told me. All right, I'm gonna do this last one and then I'm up out of here. Y'all know I got a whole green screen on one of those rolling things. It's just that it can't fit behind me. Because I would love to use my green screen. All right. This thing, I just have to make it so. If you don't like the foot scrub, do you? I'm not, I don't see, personally, don't get me started. It's not that I don't like the foot scrub. I'm just thinking about people who have, I would have preferred to have done a hand lotion because if I'm in a nursing home, the last thing I'm reaching for is my feet. Some of them probably can't even like get to their feet or anything, right? So how you do, but it wasn't mine. I'm just a person on the team. I donated my labels. And my one contribution, my one donation, and that's it. You see do you see what I'm saying, right? So I don't know if it's like if I'm giving somebody something, I want to make sure that it's practical. You know what I'm saying? So like it's like so you gonna give me the and then I said to her, I said, well you make I said, can you check to see if everybody got feet? She was like, oh Monica, I didn't even think about that. I was like, yeah, cause like what happens if there's an amputee in the house, right? That part. And you gonna give them a foot thing. I said, can you just make sure? And she was like, oh, I forgot to ask them that. I said, well, I hope you ask before um you get closer to this. You understand? So I would have preferred to have given away the hand lotion or personally the chapstick. You know, the yeah, I would have preferred to give away the lip balm. Um, because I just feel like you're sitting there, you might just want to be like with your lips, but not you understand what I'm saying? Or the hand lotion because you could just be sitting there and your hands and thing. I don't know how many people are missing limbs, but I do know that especially in the African American community, or we want to say in the black community or the people of color or the culture, um there are many people who have diabetes, for instance, who have lost their limb, right? Or maybe the I just don't think the footy thing. I just don't think that's good enough. And then like when so look at these. You know I'm terrible. So these might stretch, right? But have you seen I'm from New York. When we see people on the train system, right? And I be seeing their feet, you know, John Frank, where you at? Their feet is not going into one of these. Okay. I'm just saying. I seen the size of some people's feet when they need more TLC, you know, they're not fitting inside. So I was like, let me just show you the size again. They're not fitting in these. This is for normal. No, I don't got no issues, tissue type person. But that's my assessment of things. And my assessment sometimes might not always be correct because, people try to tell me. So, oh, and let's be clear. That is why Momomo is not going to the event. I'm doing all the prep work, but I will not be there because in my head I'm saying like, yeah, that's not that's not um all right, so the machine is starting. No, no, they could be no, you're your own business. You're your own entity. So you get to do whatever it is you want to do. Um, it's called Adopt. So the program is Adopt a Senior, but I don't know how I would do it differently. So this is one of those things in my life, right? How I see things. If you can't improve a system, I'm not gonna sit up here and bash somebody else who's working on something, if that makes sense. So I don't have no suggestions to make anything better. Damn, I'll be missing stuff. But let me see. I don't know because when we adopt anybody at the job, we get their wish list from them. And then we try to find, like, we ask for two or three suggestions on their wish list, and then um we try to fulfill it, you know, to the best of our ability. But that's why I found this to be an interesting engagement. But again, I didn't want to say anything. I wanted to be as helpful as possible, not a hindrance to anything. So, if that makes sense. Good afternoon. So I couldn't, like, I don't know. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. All right. So let's hit this button. I did this all by myself too. I'm so proud of myself. But I had already made, like, I did something not too long ago with the I'm doing a what? No, I ain't doing shit. Um, why y'all gotta get me to be like, I can't just be mo. Y'all gotta get me where I'm saying, like, I'm not doing none of that stuff. Hold on a second. Are you doing you were doing your part great. Well, I mean, let me tell you something. If you want people to participate in stuff, you need to tell them all the particulars. You need to tell them all the particulars, not wait until the 11th hour and then be like, so I'm just going to leave it there. I, there's a way to do business. And what I found out in our communities, we ain't as polished as we want to be, or as we believe we are. And in a business like this in this type of business, you're your own entity again. So what they say, you in business for yourself but not by yourself. And this would be like an example of being in business not by yourself, where the team is helping out. It's a team project. But so is just a FYI, it's a team project to get that damn car too. Your team got to move that product to get you the car. So teams work together in order to meet a mutual goal. So I'm helping somebody get her car. Um, as of right now. But that's about it. So, I lost so many people. Here's a question. No, I'm not gonna ask the question, and I'm gonna leave it alone. I was gonna ask what are people up to though. What you doing on your Saturday? Because when I finish with this, oh, that I still got one hat for the thing to finish. All right, 1 second. I want to make sure I clean up so I don't forget because when I pulled this out earlier, I realized this thing needed help. So, and I've had this machine for buco time period. Now I could be oh, y'all having another party? Well, where the hell you went? Um, what y'all up to? Um, I'm not gonna be here for a long time. Yo. Have y'all checked out that murder? Well, that I'm not gonna be up here talking about something's on a anything. I'm gonna say, did y'all check out that homicide that happened at that 2-year-old birthday party? So I'm definitely covering that case because that was foul. That was like absolutely foul. And one of the little girls who passed away in the incident, um, her mother is like a school something in the school system. So I'm definitely covering that case. I was just lining up the cases I was gonna come back up in here covering. I saw some other case. Like y'all know how I feel about mimicking, echoing. I'm gonna say echoing. Echoing somebody else, anybody that I know to be in the cemetery. I don't wanna thing. Yeah. You know why that case is interesting to me? Um, I was boo-hooing. Man, listen. I got up this morning. I was listening to it. I already had seen the interview with the father of Amari, right? Earlier in the week. And I turned off of him, right? Because he was like, I could have jumped in front of him. I wish I and I said to myself, as parents, we always say that, right? And John, I don't mean to be nasty, right? But because you a guy up in here and I'm about to be on some girl stuff. Um, I'm leaping in front of bullets and jumping in front of everything for mine. I don't never understand the guys when some stuff like this happens, they go ducking and like I had already said that up here before and got people in their little feet. But it's still something I stand on. A mother, she is leaping in front of bullets, biting them like that. Where the bullet at? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like taking them on. Dad done, but he said he ducked underneath something with the other kid, but I had to also remember that this is a banquet hall. And if you ever been in a banquet hall, right? All there are tables, maybe there's a stage or there's a setup area, there's some food, there's food stations, but everything's like right in the open. Somebody can basically walk into a, a banquet, right? Walk into a ballroom and just stand in the middle of it and let loose the goose. Man, so when the father was crying, in my view, when my initial view, I said, well, I felt like he was gonna cry, but I don't think I saw any tears either. But I just saw him say like maybe I should have, and he said I tried to get to my son, and my son was y'all need to go check out Seti Nash video because he's got the video where somebody else that was present at the event was recalling what she saw and the emotions that she saw from the father and stuff. So she was, telling from her vantage point as she's crying and talking about like it's some stuff she ain't never seen before. They better not have had what's those kind of guns that these people be having, the 3D ones? They better not have had no 3D ones because these people said they sounded like some different kind of bullets. Um, what you mean with a C or a S? What are you talking about? Let me see. The mother lion fights more than the father with a C or a S. What's a C or a S? What is that? I'm lost. Help me. Help me get back in the scheme of things. All right, here's what the last set of tags came out looking like. I think they look nice. So I think they go with the gift, the channel. Oh, Seti Nash. Hold up, I'll find it and put it inside here for you. I've been watching him since the YSL trial. Everybody knows Seti, but I'll give y'all the link. Oh boy, I'm gonna hear about it. You always I'm gonna tell y'all right now, y'all never see me up in there. Um, cause I normally just well, he does mostly uploads anyway. So hold up, I'm getting his channel link. But he's a YouTuber. I be in other places. I need to find you a better source for hip hop. Listen, I ain't say. Let me see how to say this. I watch everybody, but I'm not in love with anybody. Does that make sense? So this the last set. It's gonna go with. So what we got is we got this set. Hold up. Hold up. We got this set, this set. We threw in some snowmen. Ching ching ling ling. And then we got this set. We threw in snowmen because those are the extra. No. Mo. No, these are tags. These are gift tags. But see the little hole inside of it for a gift. So that's that. I think these are um I think these are classy. Boom 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 boom. All right. I just have to put see I and I'm gonna have to wait tomorrow. I'm gonna make the labels and then when I get there I'll put it together because I want to know if they want to put the label here on the front because I bought clear labels. So whatever I write, but some of these things are or on the back. That's why I was trying to pick light colors because I'm not printing this on a laser printer. I'm printing it on my printer, which is an inkjet printer. So that takes care of those. That's done. Um, so I'm not a big. I go where the news goes. Some people get different stuff. Like I'm not. They was around here. I, so little Woo D, little Woo D, um, just experienced the death of his infant child, and they had a funeral out there and stuff, but nobody gave no 411 this way. It's the first time people have been um like closed lipped in this whole thing. I ain't heard nothing. I I ain't heard nothing to give me no indication of what had happened was. So, and I actually, to be honest, I really didn't go looking for the 411 on what happened either. So I really don't know. But that takes care of that. All right. So these are my tags. And now I just got to make the labels. So I'm going to make the labels in the morning because everybody didn't give me their names of their sponsors. So I'm giving people to the end of the evening to do it. But all I got to do is press just like I just did these. This is an easy project for me. These are easy projects. Um, that's it. Now the last thing I'm gonna do, because I'm gonna find some other thing, and I'm gonna try to cut me out some words now, because I wanted to say there's snow place like, and put that on the. We got the banner with the snow and things that people go and they take the pictures with. Oh, you done got Cricut happy. I could probably make, the things where the things you. No, I'm not doing all of that. I already said I wasn't doing all of that. I'm gonna stop while I'm ahead. When they take the pictures, they normally have props there. So like there'd be like a snow. We got some. Mm, I'll just leave that alone. Go Momo. Just leave well enough alone. Cause then I'll be sitting up here making snowflakes and shoes for the rest of the thing, and I don't feel like doing all that. I done did way too much. Um, so I'm gonna cover that case. Let me see which other one. I wanna cover the I wanna cover the case with the young lady uh in Florida. In Florida, who is on trial for um everybody's on trial for uh a capital crime, but it's really not a capital crime. But there's this other case, man. All right, so she's I think they calling her the OnlyFans thing. I'm covering her. She just had a hearing talking about she been incarcerated for 3 years. Girl, bye. Somewhere you took whatever his name is, life. Um, uh, so and tried to talk about it was domestic violence or whatever. So I'm covering that one. She just went and had a whole hearing. I am going to cover the one with the young lady who the one on the cruise ship. I'm covering that one. I listened to the family court case out of there. That's the one where this blended family. I'm so confused. It got me up here making like family charts to try to figure out how many kids each of them had. So there's this man and this woman, and they have 3 kids each of them. Okay. So the woman has 2 sons and a daughter. One of her sons is 18 years old and he lives with his biological father. So let me just talk about her. She has 3 children and she married. It's like there was this lady named whatever, and she married whoever, and they had 3 kids of their own. They were until they met each other. Well, anyway, one of them ended up deceased on the boat. So, so on a cruise ship, which is some new adventure that they was gonna go to. So the lady has 3 children by her ex husband. One of her sons, she has 2 sons and a daughter. One of her sons lives with the father. He's now 18, but it sounds like he's been living with the father for 2 years. The other son is, I don't remember, 14, and maybe it's 14, and that's weird. So why were the 3 of them inside the thing? Yeah. You following that too? See, I'm telling you, it's a I gotta go get my notes. You know how we do around here. I gotta go get my notes, and I didn't make. Wait a minute, I didn't make those electronic. Hold on, let me go get that journal I was writing in. I that's what, you know what? That's why I can't think right now. I can't think. Cause I'm like, how old is the other son? Why I get so confused because when they went to court and they had this other son, I was like, where this boy come from? So he was 18. He did not go on the trip. He's lives with his father since he was 16. But she has a 16-year-old and a 9-year-old daughter. Um, Okay, so now let's go to the man. The man has 3 children of his own. He had one daughter, the one who is now deceased, who was with he had one daughter 18 who was by one woman, and then he had another daughter that was he has a daughter and a son by another woman. Yeah. So that's so now, but it sounds like the daughter. Where were the girls at? Where were the little girls? You mean to tell? So they go on this cruise, right? And they're like, she goes and she testifies because, of course, one kid turns up dead, and they're saying like, oh, the 16-year-old is the culprit, is the suspect in it. He was the only other person in the room with the 18-year-old. The 18, 16, and 14-year-old boy were all inside one room together. The 14-year-old boy is still the step brother of the girl. She only has herself. She has no siblings that was there. They're all her step siblings. All of them, and she was in the room with them. Who decides or determines to put a bunch of teenagers in a room together? This is why Carnival Cruise, I don't, the people be like, I'm going on Carnival. I'm like, yeah, I'm not going on Carnival. Now, these are all the reasons why, right? There's no real even supervision, no kind of like common sense. Yeah, that's what they said. He had a history of harassing her. But what I will tell you is that he's on some medication for ADHD and insomnia, right? And I did listen to some other people's reports, and they was like there was like a chokehold thing, right? But people were like, don't don't get so quick to think that he put her in a chokehold. They're saying that in those rooms, there's some kind of flotation device that are in the rooms. They believe, somebody said they believe that that's what he wrapped around her neck, and he probably just, you know how like you bear hug somebody. I don't want to make excuses for it, but it might been innocent, and it just, and the reason why I'm saying that is because I heard the story of him jumping on her back, and the other boyfriend having seen it and witnessed it before, and then I watched some mannerisms of the young lady. She seemed so sweet. Like a young lady, like she's, though she was 18, she seemed like she was still in, like a girl. just like a girl. So people like don't jump to conclusions so quickly, because he could have like put that around her and then she gagged out. Um and it might not have been intentional. Um there might be some more to, it might be some more to it. Because the father's statement is he can't forgive him for it. So it doesn't seem like in a child's mind, because like you have to evaluate cases by the mens rea of the person, right? What was their intent? What are they capable of doing? So when you look at this, when you look at him, you have to be like, what is he capable of doing? Was he playful? Because they called them the three amigos, right? So was he playful? Could this have been? It, it boils down to, I believe there should be charges put up against the parent. And that's why she didn't want to testify, because she didn't want to self incriminate herself, because there was a lack of supervision. You didn't give your child a damn medicine. So now we got you down for being negligent. And you've testified in family court, or whatever those courts are down there, because they probably call them something else down in Florida. Um, so not looking grand or great, but she was just making a point that their her 9-year-old daughter, which is the sibling to the 16-year-old son, is not in imminent danger, because that son won't be returning to the home and is not in the home right now. He's been sent off to live with other people. So there's no imminent danger. Um Yeah, so I'm definitely watching that one to see how it turns out. There was some other case, and I'm gonna have to say with a Caucasian, that something weird happened, and I want to cover it, because had it been somebody of color, you wouldn't have had that kind of resolution. Like they wouldn't have been able to get in. So there's something a brewing. So I got to figure out which one it is, but I was like trying to get it all together. There comes a time when I hear, like, when I get wrapped up on this YouTube in the cemetery, and I go, you kill them, we chill them event, and I go and I listen to some stuff, right? They really kill my spirit around here, because once I hear my name, I get so like, I don't respond to everything, but it definitely becomes a distraction for me. And I'll be like, why the hell am I even going back over there into that space? I still got that same subscribers. I be so mad. I'm not gonna hold y'all. I just be pissed. So, but there was something that somebody did that was not of color, and I was like, oh, okay. Next case I'm following. I don't know the names of these cases. That's why I'm not popping cases out names. Um, ah, but these two gentlemen, I think these girls worked as dancers at a club in Arizona, and they were robbed, right? The young lady was robbed, and she um somebody else witnessed it and was going to testify against the robbers, right? So they were I guess not arrested, because, oh no, the robber was arrested. He went and hired some people to take her out, and they took her out. It's the most heinous crime I've heard in a long time on here. But they took her out down to um the coroner's report says there was bleach in her throat. But more importantly, when she was and they set her on fire, so they kidnapped her, a real kidnapping. They kidnapped her, um had her held without, against her will for 2 hours, and her car was set on fire. Wait a minute. No, that's a Florida case. Sounds familiar. Yeah, so the car was set on fire, and the coroner's report says she had smoke inhalation, so that means that she was alive at the time that the car was set on fire. So she was beaten. I think it says shot, beaten, had gasoline or something. There's some kind of liquid. Let's just say, look, I don't remember because I got to go back to get my notes. But that's why I've been trying to put stuff electronically now. But yeah, they put some kind of liquid down her throat. I think it was, I don't remember. And and then they set the car on fire and left her there. People saw the car burning and came and then discovered that there was a body in the back of the car. And that's it. So two people in the culture, and last week the prosecutors decided that they were going to seek the death penalty. So that's going to be an interesting case, and I want to follow it. I want to follow it because it's a death penalty case, and just like YNW, get it, Mo, get it, Mo. Death penalty cases. Although I'm not an advocate of the death penalty. There are instances like I honestly feel like a person should serve life without the possibility of parole. They need, in my opinion, they need to spend the rest of their days suffering. But people find that to be humane. They need to spend the rest of their days suffering. But you know, we do have capital punishment, and some people are put out of their misery, because it's like the eye for eye and the tooth for tooth. So this happened in Arizona, and we'll see what becomes of that case. So I want to do that case. I think that's about it with the cases that are like new. There's this guy in Atlanta who killed who's on he's now been indicted for the untimely, I gotta figure out how I really want to say this, but he there's another person that's no longer with us, and it's domestic violence. However, she had an active order of protection, and an order a stay away order, and she moved back in the house with him. And she turned up unalive. Well, actually, she went missing. Her car was parked several, blocks down from the house, and in a parking lot outside of a supermarket, but across from the supermarket, abandoned. She was supposed to do something for her son, didn't follow, didn't show up, was no call, no anything. They got worried, tracked her car by the whatever system it is inside the car. That's why you think you want to get away from a repo, man. They got your car on the tracking system. At least these newer cars. So so they discovered her car. The son then called in the family and was like, "Yo, this is not like her. We haven't heard from her." But to me, it sounds like they did that because they knew of the situation. But they, during the search, um and when they were pleading for the public's assistance, they were not, they did not mention anything about domestic violence. They lead you to believe that the first they learned of this stuff is as they was looking for her. information was starting to come up, or people started to paint a picture. Peter Piper picked peppers in his odd times. Anyway, um, and the person turned up. Uh, his behavior was weird, and the police were. This is down in Atlanta. The police was not very supportive of the family. The family felt like they wasn't getting enough support. Um, but it could have been that, you know, not that it excuses what's happening. If the police has a lot of engagement at an address, and then you lock somebody up and they get bonds, which was 2 months later, right? And you move back into the home 6 months later. From there, I think there's a tolerance level that folks be like, I'm in law enforcement. I have signed up for a job that I might not go home from, just on its face value. And here you are putting my life in jeopardy because you can't take the benefits of what the system put out there for you. So I think there was like a reluctance to assist, which is probably going to result in some kind of legal action from the family, although they didn't say so. But it wouldn't have saved her, because the minute that she was missing, she was missing. And the guy told a million lies or whatever, and then they brought him down, hauled him down to the station, and he admitted to the to taking her out of here. And he gave them directions to where they could find her, and they recovered her, and he's sitting up there. So there's some channels now that are doing like this in-depth uh review of everything he got going on. He's going down. And when you see his family also probably frustrated, because in his initial arrest, they had to deal with the fact that y'all still messing with each other. So you get what it's a two-way street when you're in relationships that are toxic. All parties have to cease the relationship, terminate. Things may not get better. I don't know any percentages where things get better. I haven't done no research on that. But all I do know is that she ain't here no more, and it's the case. There's this dude up in whatever, I think it's Massachusetts, over there in Boston, up there in that area, who is on trial currently for same thing. And you probably see him coming through your feeds now, right? So he pled guilty to all the acts surrounding getting rid of the body. So he's basically admitted to exposing of the corpse and everything associated with that. But he is not admitting to the actual act of taking the person out. He's basically saying, I went downstairs, washed some dishes, returned, girlfriend was knocked out. I laid it on her right. I don't even know. But she was knocked out, unresponsive. He freaked out and then dismembered and just and took her out all over the place. And they're having a field day with his text messages, with the things that he looked up on the internet. But the argument from the defense has been, listen, yes, homie looked up all that stuff, but he did all of that after he came back and found her deceased. He wasn't, there was no, they're gonna have a hard time proving premeditation, where he planned to do it, or where the intent. So it might get dropped down, but to being like a manslaughter over being a first degree charge. I guess that's the best way to say it. But that case is ongoing. And a lot of people are covering it. And I was watching that. Um, so I'm busy watching, different court cases. No, I have not watched the Netflix um thing. I gotta figure out if I even want to. And if I do, I'll watch it with T and I'll get back to y'all and let y'all know. But I'm not really sure. But it would make some good mommy daughter time, especially with the season that other people enjoy so much. Just having some quality time. Anyway, any questions, comments, and concerns from the chat? Of course, if I don't see any, I'm gonna bid you adieu and take myself up out of here. Um, Let me see, cause I still got a snowman to make, a hat to make for a snowman, and I'm started up my other hat project. This label thing was supposed to be a 1, 2, 3. Well, this part is over. So now the only other part I got is just making the labels, and the labels are gonna be fun. I'm just not gonna put them up here as I think about it. I think they should go on the back. I think they should go on the back side. Whatever the seasons, greetings, and the person, whatever, it's gonna go on the back because I just feel like I don't know. I feel like it's gonna get swallowed up with the thing. And I'm only printing these new printers now. You gotta like my plan that I got on the printer is like 20 sheets of paper a month. What am I gonna do with 20 sheets of paper? And then it only rolls over up to 60 sheets of paper. What are we doing here? What is this about? Something There's something inherently wrong about this. I got my other camera. I need to hook it up so that I won't have to do things like this anymore when I get my other camera, but I'm also making sure because my tabletop is glass. So I got to get some kind of covering on the table so y'all don't see down to the floor and then somebody will be like, I don't know what y'all be seeing. You know how y'all do on this internet. That's why when you see people showing pictures from the overhead down on their YouTube channels and they be having like fluffy things and stuff on the surface is because they don't want people being nosy. Go figure, as usual. All right, so this is Mo. I've got to go. Have a good weekend. Enjoy your Saturday because I'm gonna be enjoying the rest of mine.